is the 27th of July, and we are going to be drawing with just red and white today. So I guess you could do pink as well, but I think it's just going to be a lot of line drawing, maybe using different mediums. I am going to get some water, which I haven't grabbed yet, but I'll show you the images that I have first. And there's this one that I have just added to the Padlet. It's of a frozen yogurt place in on a double-decker bus in London. My daughter and I didn't get anything from there, but I said, can you get a picture? I want a picture of it. Such a cool bus. It's like the best food truck ever, but a bus. Good morning if you're here. Hi Julie, how are you? Hi C. Okay, I'm going to grab some water. I'm going to do some painting, some quick sketching. There's another image also that I added, and if you have any others, this is also of a local food truck here. It's called Bourbon Street Chicken, and I just thought it was a really fun food truck with a chicken on the side. He kind of looks, you know, but if you're not into chicken, then maybe, I don't know, put some vegetables or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, let me grab some water. I'm going to start with the double-decker bus. And there wasn't any images on this morning, so if you do have the Padlet and want to draw the same things, then just refresh it, and they will be there. Hi Maria, how are you? Yesterday was a really lovely day. I got a lot of work done and saw some of you in my studio, which was really nice. I can do a studio visit this morning because I have to do another pet portrait. So I'm going to be in my studio for a couple of hours this morning, probably from a 10 a.m. And, ooh, you posted 3 yesterday? I have to go and have a look. That sounds awesome. And then I worked on this a little bit this morning, and I'm going to finish this. These are for my sister, for a little birthday gift, so hopefully she doesn't watch this live and see them. But anyway, it's fine. So let's get started with some red and white, and I need to start with some ink and get loose with some ink. I have it's called Flame Red, and it's the acrylic ink. Can always get a marker out as well, and Neocolor, and then a pencil crayon too. So it's just red and white, so I'm going to use the white as the paper. And here's our my messy table. Messy, messy. I did clean up yesterday, but it got messy again. All right, let's get started. I'm going to try and shift this double-decker bus so that it's front on and not at an angle. What are you guys all drawing? Are you guys joining in, or do you have your own images? Anything? All right, so we have some FW ink. I'm gonna get, why don't we do a minute just to get warmed up, and I'm gonna do that straight in ink. I need to just find a paintbrush. Maybe I'll do it with a square one. Hi Janan. Hello Aristotle. I still can't read your writing, sorry Aristotle. Maybe if Estee's here, you can read that. Can you read that? Or somebody else? Janan is joining in. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to set the timer for 3 minutes. No, 1 minute. Sorry, 1 minute. 1 minute starts now. All right, so I just want to get, I need to leave room for the snog sign, which I'm not sure why they called it snog, but hey, you guys all know what a snog is, right? English slang for a kiss, but you would have like some guy come up to you and say, "Give us a snog." That's what snog means. I'm going to get this done in, oh, I think my paintbrush is dirty. I think my paintbrush is dirty, I do. It is a little bit, look at that, 1 minute, did not have enough time. I'm going to finish this though. The minutes are very loose, or have become extremely loose recently. I'm not going to do the writing yet. Yeah, my paintbrush is dirty. I must have used it for black. Well, there we go. And get the wheels in as well. Sia's doing a red and white lighthouse. Red and white van, red and white sneakers. Oh, fantastic. Oh, you've posted 3. You posted 3 on here. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, you must have just posted them. I thought you posted them like on your Instagram. Okay, let's go back in. Let's go back in. Thank you, C. I'm a bit, as we would say, thick this morning. Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, we'll do some of them, and some other people have posted. Well, who posted this? This was by Louise. Thanks, Louise. A little gate with a little red post box. So this is, I don't know, if you're not from England, and if you've been to England, you know, a lot of times when you're walking around a little town, there will be a post box like this, just in the wall. And then you put your mail in there. But that doesn't look like a real one, does it? But they do have one similar to that. This one looks like a little fake. Louise, tell us more. Hi, Jen. How are you? Last night you posted them. That's weird that they didn't come up. And then we have a telephone box. And what else do we have? Oh, some red sneakers. Okay, well, we can do, like, should we do 3 minutes of each of these? Kind of like them. Very cool. And then we have the lighthouse. Let's do the lighthouse next. Actually, the lighthouse I kind of like to do a longer one, so I'm going to leave the lighthouse. Let's do the camper van next. Bonjour, bonjour, Alessandra. How are you? We haven't seen you, heard you. You haven't been here for a while. Nice of you to join. Or maybe you join and don't say anything. I think some people do that too, which is fine. Not everybody wants to chat in the morning. Okay. All right, going on. Just wiping the little areas that are still wet. Actually, I can just do this. Don't have to be so perfect. Kind of like it. All right, next, the little camper van. Good morning, Marianne. How are you? I was just saying, I'm going to be in my studio from 10 a.m. to 11:30. If anybody wants to join and get some artwork done, I have a pet portrait to do. Your 3 minutes starts now. We're extending the time to 3 minutes and doing 3 minutes of each of them. So if anybody wants to join me in my studio, you can. I am, unfortunately, a friend's pup passed away last night, or they had to put him down, and so I want to do a little portrait of the dog. So that's what I'm going to do. I love this one with the reflections, but I don't think I'm going to get it in 3 minutes. Alexandra says, it's been a while indeed. Have you been enjoying your summer in Chicago? I also have some mail outs to do today. Okay, I'm gonna have to use my paintbrush for the wheels. I'm gonna try and be a little bit more loose with these. Maria, do you have any camper vans or Beetles in your collection of cars that you're doing? Or are they all like racing cars? Or cars, I guess you said they were cars from a certain era. Alexandra says, yes, thanks for asking, Shah. Julie says, I'll gladly join you. Lovely. I will put a link in our chat. I don't know if Christina is here. Is Christina here today? Christina from England. I think there's only one Christina in our group now. Well, there is a couple, but Christina from Peru doesn't join live anymore. If Christina from England is here, we are not going to do a Cornwall draw session until I get back, only because it's just, I want everybody to be able to come, and I think it'll just be too last minute to do it during the week. So I'll organize a post while I'm away, and then we will do it when I get back. Well, this is a funny little camper van. Maria says, I have a Beetle and a Carmen Ghia, all from the 1971. Oh, I think there's a Carmen Ghia from in our neighborhood. That's like a little van, right? It's not a it's a camper, but not like this. I think there's one in our neighborhood. If it's out today, I'll take a picture of it. Alexandra says, growing up, my parents had a camper, and at the time it was rather rare. I don't have photos of their first one, but it was a small something red Fiat, kind of like a Beetle. Oh, I do not know what that looks like then. So it was a Fiat camper. Huh, I'll have to look that up. C says, love the post box and the bus. Yeah, the post boxes are super cute. We have one just outside where we live, so I'll take a picture of it. Maybe I'll send some postcards from England. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh my God. I always think, I'm going to do this, and 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 doing it all, I know that it won't happen. Okay. I'm just going to take away all the wet areas so I can turn my page. It's not really white because because of the paper, but that's okay. All right, let's get the shoes done. Who likes drawing shoes? I'm not sure if I love drawing shoes. But it's good practice. I'm not going to do this with ink. Actually, I'll do the first. No, I'll do it with marker. All right, your 3 minutes starts now. Did I set the timer for 3 minutes on the last one? I don't know. My red is running out. Anybody else love red shoes? I don't have any at the moment, but I used to. I had a red pair of boots, like 3/4 length boots. I used to wear them all the time. And I also had some Doc Marten kind of boots, which were red snake skin from Italy. And I love them. Like, I do like red shoes. I know. Alexandra said, it didn't even have a shower or toilet room. The toilet was inside part of the sofa. That's funny. So you had to get it out of the camper in order to use it. Oh my God, so funny. Janan says, I love drawing shoes. I have a great photo, but I don't think it would be copyright free. And Steve says, I want them. Alexandra says, love red boots and shoes in general. I want a pair of shoes. I want a red pair of shoes. You guys all love red shoes. Good morning, Leslie. And she says, love red shoes. Love my Spanish red sandals. Maria says, I had a pair of red biker boots by, oh my God, John Fluvog. That's amazing. I bet they were amazing. How did you wear them down, like completely? I think if we go on a trip all together, we have to all have a red pair of shoes with us and wear them and get a photo of all of our red shoes. I think that would be kind of cool. These are from Unsplash. Thank you. Esty says, love red shoes. Had a few. Yeah. I feel like I'm in need of another pair of red shoes. All right. Those are my very rough red pair of shoes. We're getting some really rough drawings done today, which is fine. It's one of those days that I don't feel like being extremely particular. Let's go to the telephone box. Isn't it funny how they put them in the weirdest spots? Like, so they actually built a little bit of paving to put the box right there. Like, and it's in between two roads. There probably isn't a path on this side where the cars are. So you have to cross the road and then go, and you're like standing in this telephone box in the middle of the street. Like, it's bizarre. C says, I have some, but not so nice. And Janan says, the Fluvogs are my favorite. That's the photo I have. Oh, funny. Okay. I'm just going to get this and wipe it. Okay. You know what would have been really good to draw with today? I wonder if I can find it. Okay, let's have a look. Do I have it? Do I have it? Why don't I have it? I was gonna get my red. Oh, I do have it. I just don't know how. My red paint stick. Yes, definitely. All right. 3 minutes. Slacking a little bit with the timer. Okay, your 3 minutes starts now. Okay, I'm gonna do one here and see if I can get a couple done. Oh, I really do need to get some more of these, some extra colors. They are just extra special, they are. Because I was thinking about lipstick when I did the smear here, and I'm like, ooh, lipstick would be good to draw with, and I'm like, ooh, we have paint sticks and they're kind of lipsticky. Now, I'd like to know from those of you who are more precise drawers, like Alexandra in particular, you love the precision of a piece of work. Do you like doing stuff like this as well, experimenting? I mean, you sharpen your neocolors and you work a lot with pencil crayon and watercolor. Like, those are all very, like, not contrived, but they're very, like, particular. Like, everything has to be, like, do you ever go out and, you know, grab a lipstick? Or is that difficult for you? Or do you just not like how the look is? Like, you just wouldn't, that's not your thing. I just want to know, because, you know, I do a lot of this, like, experimenting, and, like, is that something that you enjoy doing too, or you know what you like and you're just not into that? And this isn't just a question for Alexandra, this is a question for any of you that are very, not, I don't want to say tight, but just, like, just specific about being very correct with your drawings. Martina, if you're here, I ask you to. Like, is it difficult for you to do this, or have you done it and you just don't care for it? Okay, well, you still have 20 seconds left. Now this has to dry. So once it's dry, it's actually not sticky at all, which is really good. So I think I'm going to go on to the lighthouse on my longer, for my longer piece. Excuse me. So I'm going to go back up to the top to the lighthouse. Maybe do a nice longer piece of this one. Nobody is answering about the looseness of different mediums, and whether you like them or whether you like being more particular and specific. Actually, I want to do a loose one of the lighthouse first and then do a tighter one. But this is still not dry. I know that if I get rid of excess, then it will be dry. These are also water soluble, so they're pretty cool. Jen says, I enjoy loose feel, but have something time not being too careful with buildings. Have a hard time not being too careful. Yeah, so, like, I mean, that's your profession. So you've got your very tight architectural work that you have to do, and then I guess you have, you know, your playtime that you can be a little bit looser. Okay, let's do, I'm gonna do a loose image of this. It's quite a dark image. C, is this a photo of people you know? Oh, look, there's C. I see C. Okay. Oh, we know now. It's C. All right. I probably won't include the people. I'm just going to get the sketch done really loosely and with a Neocolor. C said the lighthouse is our easternmost point of the USA. It's my family in the front. Thank you, C. Okay. Still a 3-minute one, and then I'm going to do a longer one. 3 minutes starts now. So I'm going to get the lighthouse in first and make sure that that is in the picture. Looking at the curvature and making sure that it's the right curve. It's the 27th today. The 28th is the last day to sign up for any of my classes on, not to sign up, but to get the discount, the summer 25. It's a 25% discount if you want any of the classes. Please get them today because tomorrow the coupon will expire. I'm actually adding another one. So I didn't realize that I didn't add the 6-week class that I had done at the beginning of the year. It's called 6-week multi-medium class. It's the one that C that you had bought that I sent. Oh, that's way too many stripes. Okay. Just want to get the sketch in. Yeah, it's that one. It's the one that we did at the beginning of the year. So each week it was a different medium. And is that the one you did as well, Maria? I think maybe. So that will be added at some point to either today or tomorrow. And I may give a special coupon for that one, like the same 25% off, but because if I don't get it up and running before tonight, you won't have much time to register for that one, but it will be available. Just trying to get all my ducks in a row before I leave for the good old England. All right, let's get some stripes on here. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. When you're drawing like this, do you ever want, like especially when it's a limited palette, do you ever want to just grab a black pencil and go in and go over it? See, I'm kind of very strict with my colors when I do mine. I'm like red and white. Well, it's just red and white. I'm not adding black. I'm not adding white. And that's just the way I go about it. But everybody has their different ways of doing it. All right. There is your little lighthouse. Very cute. Julie says, love this picture. Yeah, I love it too. C says, we were supposed to be on a big fishing trip, but it was too stormy. No one was happy except me. I would have been happy too. Alexandra says, ha ha ha. It's definitely difficult for me and something I want to change. I think it's definitely a medium thing, Alexandra. Like if you, for example, well, pencil crayons, I think you can be really tight and just do like little work like this, or you can be super scribbly, but it's still quite tight. Whereas if you get something like this, like a paint stick or ink, right? Like it's a lot looser, and the lines are a little bit wobbly, and it's not as particular or perfect. So that's something to think about. It's also the medium change is something that you have to change. You know what I didn't do yesterday, and I rarely don't do this. I didn't post yesterday's morning, which is not so good, but I will probably post it at some point today. All right, let's get a little bit of a more detailed image of this. Of this lovely lighthouse. Does it have a name, see? Or is it just the most eastern lighthouse on the state? Alexander says, I don't give myself permission to just play, and I'm the first one to suffer as a result of it. And Alexander says, but I do it, I just don't feel comfortable posting any of it. Okay. Because you feel like you have to post something that looks like something. And I think that's where, but then maybe you, what would be interesting if you wanted to record it would be to create an account that nobody follows and it's private, and then you post your progression through your learning of becoming looser onto there, so that you can look back and you can say, oh yeah, there's change and there's movement. And yeah, see, I don't really care if things are not great that I don't post. Like usually, like in a block of, so this is what I do. I'm letting you into a little bit of like my head here. Not that you haven't been in my head for the past 3.5 years, like really. So, for example, really love this image, love this image, don't love this image, don't love this image, don't mind this image. So what I would do is, because I have a lot to post today, not taking into consideration the last image that I will do, and maybe I will prefer that. But if I like this image the best, I will put this image first, but then I would still put these images because it's good to see what I've done, like for myself, like, because in 2 years time or 3 years time, I won't remember that. If I only post this one, I won't remember what else we did in the morning lesson unless I go back and look at it. Yeah. So that's the way I work. Anyway, I'm going to do a tighter one now. And I'm going to work with pencil crayon. And you don't have a time limit because we have 25 minutes left. It's called the West Quaddy Head Lighthouse. Okay, I'm going to put that down. West Quaddy Head Lighthouse. There we go. I'll sign it before I even done any of it. Is that even right English? Okay, I'm going to start again with the lighthouse, putting a center line down through it. And if I look at even the angle here, it's quite, I could have done this actually on a vertical. I could have done it upright instead of this way, but I kind of like the little buildings over here as well, so. So now I feel like now that I've done some really loose stuff, now I can be a little bit more particular and do a tighter drawing of it, because I've done my loose stuff and now I can practice my study, which, or you can just keep doing loose stuff. But I do like drawing as well, so it's not a bad thing, I don't think, to be a little tighter. It's a good way to study and to learn. This has to be a little bit longer. How many round? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I don't think they even really worried about specifically size, because I think those loops are a little bit off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's put this up here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think I need to be specifically. Some are a bit wider than others. Okay, so this one, oh, I think it was a little bit lower down. Angles, some are up, like above the horizon line, and some are below the horizon line. So trying to get those. I can't see the whole, maybe I can just make up the end of the house here. Always helps me just to remember that verticals are usually always vertical on buildings, so it's just the angles that will throw you if you are concerned with those. I'm gonna put so many more windows in here than there are actually, well, or that I can see. I'm probably doing this all wrong. Jen is probably like, what are you doing? But I'm no architect, so I'm going to put an extra window up here. I'm going to give it, I shouldn't probably do that, but it looked a bit empty. They'll look at the picture and go, what? There's not an extra window there. You don't need to put it in. And I think I did this building way too big as well. Red roof. And red roof here. So today is Thursday. It is drawn together with Dylan and Shannon, and that is at 3 p.m. Eastern. And then there's the visual arts passage this evening as well, and that is at 7 p.m. Eastern. And like I said, I will be opening, I will send a Zoom link if anybody wants to join me and draw this morning. I have to leave promptly at 11:30, so I will only be here for an hour and a half. Oh, sorry, I haven't seen that. Okay, the house roof is red as well as the outbuildings. Okay, great. And Silky says, hi everybody, I'm a little bit late and watching. And Jen says, love your buildings. Alexandra says, I had noticed that you were choosing your images to post that way because that's also what I would have done. I had noticed that you were choosing your images to put. Oh, okay, I get it. Silke, just the first half of the class was very loose, 3-minute. Actually, this was just a minute, but I did extend it a little bit. Just 3-minute drawings, very loose. I used ink and paint pen as well, paint stick. So that was our first part, and now I'm just doing a little bit of a tighter drawing. I feel like you have to give yourself permission to be loose, and then it's always good to come back to a tighter image. Probably should do these rings with more of a horizontal color in, or a marker would have been really good, but now I'm using pencil crayon. It's kind of nice just to go over it with pencil crayon. Okay, I don't know if there's another window here, but I need to darken in here slightly because I can see that it's much darker, this window. And I do need to darken these windows a little bit. So the thing is with pencil crayon, you can still be quite loose and then go over and make sure you get all your values and clean up your little lines. Maybe I shouldn't put that one up there. I shouldn't add, should I, really? I made it a little bit too wide. I'm going to bring that in closer and change this a little bit. My angle is a little bit off. Let's put some siding on these buildings. And darken the chimneys a little bit. And darken the roof here. These are the Faber-Castell, the Polychromos pencils that I'm using. It doesn't really matter what we are using, but they're really good for getting your values and shading. They have a really good range of values. Okay, there's 2 windows over here. Gotta get those in, get the angle right. window is not really quite right in the position, but I need to Jan says, I have to wait to get my car repaired. I am armed with more art supplies than you could use in a month. Like right now, you're where are you going? When you say you're armed with more art supplies, because you're drawing right now or you're going away? Did you say in your chat? I don't know. I'm a little lost. Tell us more. Okay, I'm going to clean up the lighthouse a little bit. There's me talking about being loose and then doing a really tight drawing, but we did do some loose studies at the beginning. Jen says, yes, I will have to wait for my car, so I will make art while I wait. Oh, are you in the dealership or are you home? And Janan, you said something about Sela doing the Visual Arts Passage Summer program. How is that? The illustration program that they have. Is she still doing that? Is that part of OCAD? OCAD? ACAD? SCAD? Something CAD? I think in Canada it's OCAD because it's Ontario College of Art and Design, but over there is it SCAD? Just wondering if she had started. She did something during the spring. Oh, okay. And Jen said, I'm about to leave to go to the repair shop. I can't do architecture work anyway from my desktop computer. SCAD, okay, SCAD. Jen says, I have a lot I want to do catch up on. And Janan says, I think I'm lagging. I think so too, but I think it could be my side as well, that I don't see your comments until a little bit afterwards. and I've got, sorry, I put my rings the wrong way. I should have started at the top and then gone down, because there should be a red ring at the top. So I'm just going to do that, put that white one, and then I can correct these a little bit. Look if they go darker, if it's darker in the middle to the edges. I'm not sure if it really is. I'm going to make it a little bit darker. These are the little windows. Just clean those up a little bit. So this is basically what I do when I'm doing a portrait as well. You go in very loosely, and then you can come in and tighten everything up when you are happy with your initial sketch. How are we doing for time? Oh, we've got 8 minutes. I think I'll finish it. I think I will. C, thank you for the lovely picture. It's always nice to have some personal images in there. I think the bus would have been fun, but this is really nice. This is really lovely. And one more ring. And because it's kind of like a gray, cloudy day, there really isn't too much sun on these buildings, but I'm going to show you what I would do to make it a little bit sunnier. Okay, so I just have to put the siding on this side here. So if, for example, the sun was shining and it's coming this side and it's going to hit, the sun is setting. Let's do the sun is setting or rising, and the sun is coming from this side. This side of the house would be a little bit more in shadow. And also up here. So it's like bubble lettering. And then I would also shade one side of the lighthouse a little bit more. maybe a little bit of shadow on this side just here, but not too much, just underneath the soffits. And just make it, I don't have the building in the background over here, but I'm okay with that. C says, I love your version very much. Thank you, C. It is very tight, though. And Jennifer says, what do you think of Instagram's new feature suggested for you in your feed? I don't like it. I think you can turn it off. C says, it is blinding when the sun is out. I'm sure it is. And Julie says, I've done that before. You did it. Proud to have guessed. Not sure where that. Julie says, my rings are really off though. And Alex just says, lovely shot. Really love the variations of red and texture. C says, did you say you were going to be on this morning? Yes, at 10. I'm going to send a link and there will be a studio and chat if anybody wants to join. What's the date today? The 27th of the 7th, 23, right? And today was red and white. How was your red and white? How did it go? Thank you, C, for the lovely photos. And thank you, Louise, as well, for the photos. I appreciate them. Love having and seeing everybody's work. So make sure you use the hashtag or just tag me and then I can at least see who has done some artwork this morning. Yeah, I have to finish a pet portrait, so that's what I'm going to be doing. If anybody wants to join, I will put the link in our chat. Okay, bye everybody, have a really good day. And the shadows, yes, and I guess there would be also shadows a little bit on the ground, so there will be more shadows. I don't see any trees, so I can't put any shadows of trees, but I do like rendering. I honestly do. I like the particular stuff, like I enjoy it. But when I'm just exercising my brain, I think it's good to be quick at things as well. Anyway, have a really good day, everybody. See you tomorrow for Upside Down Friday. And tomorrow's colors are not my favorite, but hey, they may turn into something incredible. Orange and purple, but it's not orange. Is it just orange and purple? Yeah, orange and purple. Bye, everyone. Bye.